Do you know? Has anyone seen the kids' film Up? Right, you know the little old man with the glasses on. I swear to you, we were playing away at Sunderland, and a live human version of the man in Up was there.
What's going on, ladies and blokes? Welcome to Utter Bloke Nonsense, the FPL podcast from the other side of the pond. I'm JJ.
And I'm Rabbit.
And we are an FPL podcast. We started this to just really give a different perspective on the FPL landscape from the content creators that often get caught in bubbles and will recommend the same players over and over again. And we also wanted to bring our own sense of humor and soccer commentary, soccer, not football,
Indeed,
commentary to the world of FPL. And so we're going to be recapping match week 18 this week, which was a real painful match week. Had me questioning my FPL loyalty and the fun that I get out of this game.
Another low-scoring week. I mean, I would say it would be, or some content creators would say, it's a good week to have a bad week. But after so many bad weeks in a row, it's a bad week to have a bad week. Okay?
Yeah. It's never fun to have a bad week. I'll say that. But yeah, and you can find us. We're streaming live on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram as well for the short form content. We also will post our recordings on Spotify and on our YouTube channel as well. So feel free to seek us out any of those spots. And yeah, we're streaming live. So if you have any questions about your FPL teams, throw it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. There's nothing, but we just started the stream. So I think pretty soon we're going to have a bunch of people pop up with all different types of questions. And I'm just kidding. This is a new thing. We have not really had a real chat yet, but please, we have strong opinions in FPL. We think we're pretty good at the game, so ask away. But yeah, without further ado, I'll get into my team's performance from this week. Mm-hmm. I was on a bit of a streak. I think up until last week, I had been doing pretty well. And sort of steadily moving up, or at least staying within the top 200K. This is maybe my worst game week this season in terms of how many points Red Arrow was.
Overall points. Well,
overall as well. I don't think I've gotten more than a 14-point Red Arrow, so not ideal for sure. And it feels like my team is a bit outdated at this point. And I don't have enough transfers to really do a lot right now. I mean, we get all of our chips reset next week. And unfortunately, I am at least thinking about maybe using something just to try to make my team better. But I probably won't use a chip for now. And my future outlook on the team isn't terrible, but this game week was tough. It was painful. All of my differentials whiffed, and my threats didn't even do that well. But it was just my team was so bad that it didn't really matter. Arsenal defense allowing that late goal really. I don't know if it would have helped my rank a ton because everyone, I think, has double Arsenal defense at this point. Maybe single because of injuries, but still. The 1-pointer from Gapier, the 2-pointer from Raya, not ideal. The 0-pointer from Chalaba with the 2 goals conceded and the yellow. Honestly, I don't think it probably wouldn't have been an own goal, but the first Watkins goal was dangerously close to being a Chalaba own goal as well. It just took ping pong or pinball crazy deflections and bounced in. But Yeah, not ideal. Still like Chalobah moving forward. Chelsea defense is good. Aston Villa are just a weird team, and there's a weird game that they won. And we can talk more about that later with the resident Chelsea fan, Rabbit. But Mukiele, never great when one of your best performing players is just a DEFCON defender who literally just got DEFCONs. But yeah, that was the story of this game week. And honestly, Mukiele, I don't know if I'll ever drop him. I really like him as an FPL asset. I've had him from basically the start. I think week like 3, maybe, maybe even like really early on. And he takes throw-ins from either side for Sunderland now, and they generate a lot of their attack from throw-ins, including their first goal this week. Maybe their only goal too. I think that game was 1-0. But yeah, that goal was off of a throw-in. Even though Mukiele didn't get the assist, it's still like that. The threat that he generates from that is still really good. And Sunderland have been one of the better defenses in the Premier League, so going to roll with it. And he's someone who I will start when they have good home game fixtures because they're just one of the best home performing teams this season. My midfield was a lot of 1 or 2 pointers, which is truly not ideal. Minte coming off of the bench, not even starting, was pretty crazy considering he's performed pretty well, but he's been in a cold streak. I think Minte. I really need to get rid of both Minte and Semenyo now, and it's in a tough spot, considering taking a hit. But yeah, the 45-minute Minte, who actually was pretty good when he was playing, but did not get any FPL points worthy actions. Morgan Rogers with the yellow card for pushing Cucurella. Not ideal. He really should have gotten an assist. He was robbed of an assist for that first goal.
Yes.
Because he played Watkins through there, and Watkins, it just like I was describing before, the ping pong, like crazy ball bouncing and just going in off of Robert Sanchez and then back off of Watkins and in. I don't know. I think it should just be an assist, but obviously the FPL has rules about all that stuff. But it's bullshit.
Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah, all this stuff. I mean, it still would have been a bad game week, but it could have been better. I will say, Semenyo, shout out, somehow getting 2 bonus in a game his team lost 4-1. And he got the goal, possibly his last ever Bournemouth goal, which is emotional. So. Yeah, against Chelsea in the next game. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. The Bournemouth have actually been terrible. They've been really, really bad recently. So
they're only. Well, last I checked, they were only 9 points above the relegation zone, and I feel like they started so well. Like that's the thing. Like, and they've sort of just fell off. Yeah.
I think like from late November until now, they've just been bad. They had a bad month of December.
Yeah.
Phil Foden playing a little bit deeper for Manchester City in this game against Forest was not great. I'm not sure what his stats actually looked like, but he wasn't too involved like down the field and getting good chances. I think maybe he had like 1 shot, but not ideal. I mean, Cherky is looking like a much more involved attacker for City right now. And a lot of people are making that move. He's, I think, now like 11% owned, which is crazy. But I think he's gonna be someone who scores a lot. He's the leading assist getter in the Prem, and he has a fraction of the minutes that most of these other guys who are up there have. So, I mean, he's good. He's a good player, but yeah, Foden a little underwhelming. Igor Thiago, he got an assist. He really should have probably gotten a goal or an assist or something for that. The second Brentford goal took a crazy deflection off of a defender, bounced over everybody, but then off of the defender again, and then hit Petrovic. It ended up being a Petrovic own goal, and like I don't think any Brentford players got points off of it. But I mean, it really could have and probably should have been an Igor Thiago assist. And his assist for the first goal was awesome. It was a really great through ball. He played Sade through. So yeah, I feel really good about Igor Thiago. He was the most transferred out player going into this game week, but there's just not a lot of good strikers left in FPL. So I'm happy with the 3 that I have, which includes Ugo Ekitike, who got an assist. Very nice through ball for Verts to slot it through. The fixtures are really good still for his next 2. And yeah, I think he will, like, if Liverpool scores goals, there's such a high chance that it's going through him. I really like him. I guess there was a lot of talk like going into this week and then during this week about him not being on pens, which isn't ideal. But I mean, there's just not that many good strikers. So for him, even though it's 9 mil, I don't know where else I'd be spending that 9 mil. I don't have really transfers to be shifting that around a lot. So I'm happy with Ugo up top. Haaland blanking as captain, not ideal. It's going to happen. And yeah, he really didn't have, I think this was one of his like quieter games just in terms of shots and touches too. Forrest really emphasized shutting him down and letting other people on City do the damage. And we ended up doing enough damage to win. But yeah, a little bit of a disappointing game for Haaland. Let's see. Yeah, I gained some points with my transfers. Not exactly what you want to see here, but Mateta had another very underwhelming 2-pointer. Ekitike got 5, so that's good. And then, yeah, Bruno Fernandes blanked. So, of course, even with a 1-pointer, Rodgers would be better than that. But yeah, I think Verts crazily ended up being a really good Fernandes replacement. And then also, I mean, the star of the game week, Kevin Schade, with the crazy hat trick. He was probably the best Fernandes hat trick and replacement. Shout out to Let's Talk FPL, who actually did say that he was thinking about bringing him in and like said he was a good asset. I don't think he ended up actually bringing him
but
in.
He didn't do it.
Yeah, he didn't do it. But like, I don't know. I would not have even said it. I thought he was a fraud, honestly. Like, I don't know, but
well,
like, obviously,
that's the thing. Last year he had a huge hat trick and then didn't do anything the rest of the year. Like I think everyone knows he's like capable of that, but like there's a lot more blanks in there for people who bring him in. You know, it's just like
for sure. But with the way Brentford attacks, and especially because Ouattara's out, like they're gonna really need a lot of it to go through Sade. So I could see it. I just thought their attack would be bad. Like I thought Ouattara was such a key piece of that attack, winning so many penalties and just being really good at the counter. So I thought they just wouldn't score a lot, and maybe they still won't. But yeah, they put up 4, so we'll see. But yeah, disappointing match week overall. I have made a transfer, so I'll quickly show that right now. There's going to be some banter about this one.
Is it Bruno Fernandes?
It is his Portuguese and Man United teammate, Diogo Dalot.
Whoa. Okay. No, that's sort of spicy.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a banter transfer and a bit of a big differential. I think he's like 2 or 3% owned. But yeah, United's fixtures for the next 3 are about as good as you'll ever have in FPL. Wolves at home, Burnley and Leeds. I think both away, but still it's Burnley and Leeds. And Dalot got a big haul last week. I think he got bonus. He got an assist, which I don't know how he got an assist for that goal because, I mean, maybe he's the one who threw it and then it's like ping pong deflected. He got an assist.
It did like that. Like a defender definitely cleared it to Dorothy.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, they're gonna need to explain FPL how this works. But he got the assist. He got the haul. I think he has gotten he might no, he's third for United for DEFCONs. And he is number 1 for points this season and for bonus points. So I think that he has the capability of hauling over these next few weeks. And there's a lot of defenders that you could potentially bring in. The fixtures are so-so. I think Newcastle defenders would be the other ones worth a shout. But Newcastle have 2 away games in the next 3, and they're absolutely awful on the road. So I was not going to bring in. Yeah, I think I feel better about United, even though I'm not super high on them without Bruno. But yeah, I mean, I think Dallow's good. I think it's a bit of a short-term Band-Aid. That's probably the one negative thing you could pull out of it, because he has 3 great fixtures, and then he plays City and I forget if it's Arsenal, or actually I can just look and see. His 4th and 5th fixtures of like his next few fixtures are tough. Yeah, City and then Arsenal back to back. I think City at home, like, he could get an attacking return. I probably wouldn't want to start him, and Arsenal away definitely wouldn't want to start him. But I think he's going to be someone who is healthily slotted into my lineup for the next 3 games. Dorgu was the other one I was considering from United, and he played as a right winger last game and got the goal. But he's on 4 yellows. With the state of my team, I do not want to risk a suspension, because I have injured players that I really can't afford to transfer out. So yeah, just in a tough spot. Hopefully, Nketiah starts against Villa. I think he should, because Calafiore's injured. And then that I'm not Mukiele off the bench. I don't feel terrible about, because he is at home, but Man City is still a tough fixture. So that's what my team's looking like for the next game week. Not ideal. I do feel like I have some guys who could haul. And yeah, I'm looking probably going to be the last couple game weeks for Semenyo and Minte. Minte's fixtures are good, so we'll see.
Well,
but
yeah, I think Semenyo's got to go because he's going to City. So
it seems more and more likely. Yeah, the latest Fab report was that within 48 hours,
he better freaking
Bournemouth
start.
think it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, he might not play. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I think he's playing. I think he'll play, but yeah, that would also be a bit of a nightmare.
I think he has to play just because Bournemouth have been so bad.
Like, and he's been their only.
And they don't have the luxury. They don't really have a luxury to be like, oh, like, I feel like that is a luxury for like teams with better squads. It's like they're not.
Yeah.
Like Bournemouth is not gonna just not start their best player because of. It's credible transfer speculation, but it's like, okay, you're still have a contract here, ball out, and I'm sure he'll want to ball out. I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful, it's like, so
it might be his last game there. He's definitely wants to make a good final impression, I think. Just looking at this squad, I feel like they probably Doak is injured, but yeah, like Cliver, Tavernier, Adley, like, yeah, they could start guys over him, but yeah, I think they couldn't really afford to, just because of how bad they would be. And he like plays 90 minutes every single game. It would just be crazy.
Yep.
That'd be a big minus to the squad. But yeah, that's really that's my team talks and how I'm looking. A bit of a sad week, but I'll pass it over to Rabbit for a slightly better but still sad FPL game week.
Yeah, to quote Silk Sonic, not to be dramatic, but I want to die. This game week is another red arrow, 9-point red arrow, 39 points overall. As you can see, pretty much all my threats, they returned, but nothing crazy. But I think it really did end up sinking me because, my differentials did not pan out at all. And it's sort of funny how Timber was counted as a threat, even though he's on my team and I started him. But it's just wonky, whatever algorithm stuff. But looking at the team, I dropped about 100k rank, and Raya, obviously, Timber did not get the start, which was a bit of a surprise, I think, for most people. I mean, he just was not in the squad, and I was like, if he's injured, I'll be pissed. He is injured, I guess, is what I heard, but it doesn't seem too serious. It seemed more of a managing his fitness type of thing, because he has been just run ragged recently. And this Palace defense, man, is so bad. I don't know what to do with them, because I mean, ever since Munoz has been out, they've been really suffering. And I actually don't think Klein has been playing that badly, even though I was talking some trash about him. I feel like on the last episode, I'm just like, why is he still around? But he hasn't been playing that badly. It's just the defense. Well, I mean, against Spurs, they had to play Lerma at center back, and obviously, you'd rather have Richards. And Richards, I guess he's injured now as well. And yeah, the goal they conceded was really disappointing. I was like, I thought they were above that, really. They've conceded a decent amount recently, but they weren't lapses in concentration like that. That was letting the ball fall in the box type of stuff, or it's just they weren't really switched on. You let Archie Gray win a header, and it's for a second ball, you're just like, ugh. Yeah, that really rubbed me the wrong way. And Spurs probably they scored 2 offside goals that were super, super close. So they didn't look that good at all. And Lacroix got DEFCONs. He did not, even though there needs to be a DEFCON investigation, because I swear there was maybe he didn't reach 10. I think he was stuck on 8 this match. But I swear I was refreshing FootMob while watching the game. I'm just like, that's a clearance. Why did it go up? Why did number go up? So but whatever. O'Reilly, yeah, it's sort of I like him as a player, but I think he has to go soon. It's just the clean sheets are not good enough, or relying on a clean sheet is not good enough. And his shot volume has gone down a lot. His attacking threat has gone down a lot recently.
Yeah, with this new lineup, different lineup with City, he's not really getting forward in the same spots as much. And their fixtures are not terrible, but they swing to be a little bit more difficult starting out.
I don't think they're keeping the clean sheet against Sunderland away.
At home? No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, Anderson, he's probably been my best defender over the past 4 or 5 weeks, and got the clean sheet. No DEFCON, but who did they play? It was Burnley. No, who did they play?
Who did they play? I don't even remember.
Right? They played West Ham. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why there's no DEFCONs either. But
West Ham just didn't attack.
Yep. And Rice got the assist. Shocking, he didn't get DEFCON or bonus. I felt bad about that. And he was playing right back, and I was like, oh, for sure he's gonna get 20 recoveries. Why not? And Brighton do attack. They're not afraid to sit back, but I have to see how much he ended on. I'm gonna look up. I got it right here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They should have started Minte on the right wing against Rice. That would have been. He would have eaten him up like Rice. That would have been
the rice and beans. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Declan had 10 DEFCON. Yeah. So.
All right. Close.
Not enough
if he was a right back, that would be it. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, got a jammy assist, which is why we have him from the corner. And Semenyo goal, yes. Foden blank, Rogers blank. I knew Rogers was probably my pessimist Chelsea supporter inside me was like, "Yo, Rodgers is gonna score. He's gonna hit the Coldy celebration, whatever." But I
That would
think
have been
Rodgers was
crazy.
Rodgers was transferred in a lot, so I think he just got the most. I don't know if he was the most transferred in. It was probably Ikatike, but
Yeah, it was.
But he was probably top 3, and like that's always cursed. Okay, but so I knew
Yeah,
like
he
maybe
got
he
an
won't return.
assist. I want to see if Footmob gave him the assist because like that literally he played the through ball that resulted in a goal.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that sucks. At least I get an assist." He did not get credit.
No, they didn't even. Yeah, Footmob didn't even give him the assist. Investigate FPL towers. This is like if he was not the most transferred in player, and if Igor Thiago wasn't the most transferred out player, although I guess that doesn't really make sense in terms of the storytelling. But I think FPL towers had something to do with this. They need to look into it.
Absolutely. And Ekatike, got an assist, and Holland blank. Dubrovka on my bench,
man. Oh, I hate it. I have to too. I forgot to mention the Hall.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I might start him against Newcastle.
Honestly,
that being said,
Raya versus him is actually a tough. It's a tough trade-off.
Oh, I mean, Arsenal are conceding. Like Villa always get one. Villa always.
But I don't know. It's at the Emirates, and they've conceded most of their goals away from home. So
Wolves scored against them at the Emirates. I don't trust the defense anymore.
Wow. I guess that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, the thing is, Raya is less likely to get save points than Dubravka if they both concede. So interesting. There's a couple interesting benching or captaincy stuff that we should talk about. But
one thing I seriously forgot until we hit record on this episode is I still have my freaking free hit, and I have to use it.
You have to use it. Use it. That's good.
Well, I'm gonna. So it made me feel a little less depressed, but like I'm just like, okay, the teams I'm gonna load up on are United because they play Wolves. So I think I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Dorgu. I'm gonna get Cunha.
Yeah, get Dorgu for sure.
Yeah, Dorgu and Cunha. I'm gonna get rid of O'Reilly. I'll probably bring in Cherky just for fun. I guess.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. Cherky versus Sunderland. Yeah, that'll be good.
And then I can I'll get Soboslai against Leeds. Yeah. It's just and I don't want to get any Newcastle players, even though they're playing Burnley.
Gordon's worth a shout. Gordon is definitely worth a shout.
Dude, that United game was atrocious, man.
And it is on the road too.
They're on the road. Burnley have actually. I feel like they've been sort of okay recently. They got that draw.
They're at home they're fine. They're like not terrible at home. They're not great still, but it's not not the worst thing ever.
Brighton. I'll probably load up on Brighton defenders because they play West Ham.
Yeah. Yep.
And
the cheeky De Kuiper.
Oh my god, playing wing. I would love that.
Although I don't think he's played for them a lot recently. Yeah, he hasn't.
And Forest Everton is an interesting one. I think I want to hedge. I want to get like Tarkowski and Milinkovic. Because that could be 0-0.
Yeah.
And even if it's not, I think one of them's getting a clean sheet. So I think that's my rough free hit right there. And I'm keeping TK. Yeah.
Weaver. He's a mid. Damn. Weaver on Brighton, low-key, really deep cut. Good FPL asset. But he hasn't been good lately. There was a point in the season, around game week 13, where he would get DEFCONs every week and mostly just be good for that. But not really anymore. Okay, Dunk could be a solid, a cheeky dunk
Dunk
shout
and Van
for the
Deke
memories.
Dunk and Van Heck
Van
and
Heck, yeah,
Verbruggen.
Van
I
Heck's
don't
good.
care.
Dude,
Well, I'd
yeah,
want him
the
back.
free hit's sick. If you send me your free hit and we could post it on
Yes,
our
no,
socials.
I will. I honestly totally forgot, and like now I'm like slightly less of a doomer, but like I still feel like there's not as much attackable fixtures this for this free hit, just because
Yeah,
like I think I can Dorgu against Wolves I feel like is the best pick I can get, and
Dorgu
then
is
I
a
think
really
I
great
might
asset for just a
I,
1 week punt. He's awesome.
yes, and like I don't want to touch Newcastle. Like I might get Lewis Hall. But I think that's the only Newcastle asset I'm thinking about, and
Yeah,
I might get Palmer, just because Bournemouth
yeah.
have not been that good, and I think
Okay,
he's due.
Reece
Oh yeah,
James, cheeky
honestly.
shout out.
Oh yes, I do think he actually is becoming a good long-term asset, actually for once in his career, because he does look just I mean he's obviously pretty nailed, and yeah, I mean his fitness, he just looks more sure of himself physically. I feel like
Yeah,
like when he was like in and out due to injury, it's just like every time he fell, it looked like it could have been catastrophic. Like, and now I don't feel that way. And yeah, so I do think like even just for this week, yeah, he'd be pretty good. Okay,
he
my
played
free hit.
90, which is
Yes,
pretty
no, he.
awesome. He's played 90 for their past like 5 games.
Yes, I think.
More
Yeah,
than
and
that even.
I don't know if he gets def cons a lot. Probably doesn't.
Let's see.
Let me. Yeah.
Um, no.
Yeah, not really.
He got DEF CONs last week, but that was his first time since match week 7.
Mm,
Yeah, but he's kind of like I was thinking of bringing in Mateus Nunes, and Reese I think is somewhat similar where he's a he plays right back a lot of the time, but then he also will shift centrally. And Nunes recently has been like starting out at right back, but then ending games at center defensive mid. And when he's in those positions, he just like gets crazy like bonus points because he's just like playing CDM and distributing the ball. And so he's been really good for bonus points. I'm guessing it's probably the same thing for Reese. I wonder how, like, if his BPS score is actually high, but he's definitely gotten bonus a couple times in the past few games. So,
well, he got bonus last week for just the assist, pretty much.
yeah,
Well, and
yeah,
the DEFCONs, I guess, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I guess the other past games he didn't get bonus, but he's solid. Like he gets around 30 for BPS every week, so that's pretty good.
Okay, so I'm going
Solid
Reese,
shout.
Brighton, and yeah, still the
I
defense.
think
I just
it's pretty good. You can avoid the Villa Arsenal fixture too, which is
yeah.
probably a headache for both teams. So solid.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be up late tonight tinkering.
Yeah, tinker time for sure. Well, the first game isn't until a little bit later. What
Yeah,
time is it? 2:30. Oh yeah, you have plenty of time.
2:30 our time. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. All right.
There's life in my team yet.
Honestly, yeah, no, having a chip to play that's huge. That'll really turn your whole
But overall,
outlook
like
around.
I mean, with that, for like when I forgot I didn't have a chip to use, I do feel that everything we have learned over the season is becoming undone. I think like the Palace defense being bad, the Arsenal defense being bad, like I think we already knew that even Wirtz scored a goal. I mean,
Verts is
like
good. Yeah.
Mercury in
Um,
retrograde. I don't know if that's how that is saying is used. But
Yeah, Holland
it's
blanked.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot.
It's
Yeah,
just like I feel like I just need to reassess like everything. Yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah.
like,
United kept a clean sheet. I feel like there was a crazy stat where that was their first clean sheet they've kept in like a crazy amount of time. So yeah,
well, I'm not really like. I mean, there were some. I do still feel like this past game week there were some pretty serious anomalies. I mean, Newcastle being bad away and United frauding a win, is not the craziest thing to happen. That's sort of consistent with what has been going on for the most part. And Chelsea blowing a second half lead, that happens. I mean, I think one of the more surprising results. If we want to go to results, I guess.
yeah. I'll
Um,
share that. Let's see. Let
the
me.
Liverpool Wolves game was odd because I did not know this would be a huge Jota memorial game, and I guess it makes sense because of Wolves and Liverpool, yeah. But that honestly, well, I'm glad I didn't free hit and go all out on last week and go all out on Liverpool because I was thinking about that, but if I knew that like these memorial games are always weird and not the don't reflect the normal intensity of a match in the Premier League. They're always weird. So
Yeah,
it's just
there's a lot of emotional baggage.
yeah, and so if I knew that, I think that I would have been more convinced of like not doing a free hit. I didn't do it anyway, but yeah, that was sort of a surprise. I mean, I guess because this game probably should have been 3 or 4-0. Furt's getting, I guess the goal was a surprise enough, but so,
Chiesa
yeah,
started. That's also a
Chiesa did
surprise.
get minutes. Ooh, do I go Chiesa?
Nah, I mean he did. He looked mid. He had 5 DEFCONs.
I mean,
He only had 23 touches. I don't know. He only played 60 minutes. I guess they brought on Connor Bradley for him. Oh, because then they put Frimpong at right wing and moved Bradley back. Yeah,
could go
I don't
Frimpong.
know. I think like Slot still hates Chiesa because there's no
Oh,
way. Like
100%.
I feel like out of this lineup, you put Verts in the middle, and you would sub out or you'd sub in Gakpo and put him on the wing and keep Chiesa there. Like it's yeah, he's doing gymnastics just so that he can't play Chiesa. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm actually surprised I didn't realize he started and played 60 minutes. I think we even called last week or tried to predict that if he started he would get like a brace, but that didn't happen. Maybe this
That's
week.
hopeful. Yeah, maybe. Well, Soboslai's fit now, so the case is
Yeah,
good.
he's not starting. He's done. He probably won't even see the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah, not even from the bench. He'll put
No.
blindfolds on him, bro.
Yeah, literally won't see the pitch. Yeah. What else? We talked about the Shada.
I mean, yeah, we talked about
hat trick.
Newcastle United.
Arsenal can't keep a clean sheet. This game was crazy. Burnley were actually defending very well. I didn't really. I mean, it seemed very boring, honestly.
Yeah, people are very high on Michael Keane and
yes,
the whole Everton defense now, I feel like. But I looked at their fixtures; they're not amazing.
They're not amazing. They're not terrible, but I feel like it's especially because Branthwaite apparently could be coming back soon as well. I don't think it's the time to jump on Keane. But crazy, like it is wild. I mean, it's been like this all season, but Keane is the number 3 defender in FPL.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been
at
like the top all season.
Yeah, Keane has sort of won his spot. I'd be surprised if Branthwaite just sort of waltzes back in, even though I mean, like when he was fit that one season, he was their best defender by a decent margin. But
But that was 2
it-
seasons
it's gonna be
ago.
tough.
And
Yeah, no, it was
yeah, he's.
ages ago. Yeah.
Let's see. What's the latest on the Branthwaite injury? He's only 23, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, he's very young. I mean, he was
I
when he
guess
was.
he's going to United potentially. Oh, this summer. All right. Well, let's
But I
whatever.
feel like every decent Everton player could be linked with United. That's just like a pipeline.
Yeah,
Ever since
it
Rooney,
is.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
the
just
Moyes. Yeah, it's true. What else was? I mean, yeah. What do you have? More thoughts on the Chelsea game?
I mean, the first half was too good to be true for the most part. Like we were dominating them, and but you know, when we didn't score more than one goal in the first half, I was like, we'll probably end a draw. And not losing was especially to Ollie Watkins. Oh my god. I when that first goal went in, I felt genuinely robbed because I'm just like I still think it's really lucky what happened. You know,
Oh
where
yeah, for
Sanchez
sure.
makes the freaking save, and
Ping pong,
that's just
crazy knee
yeah,
deflection. Yeah.
super unfortunate deflection. And I was like, f this. But if it's a draw, like yeah, I could sort of see it coming because we didn't keep our foot on the gas or just didn't adjust to Villa. They just came out better in the second half, and yeah, Rogers was pretty a non-factor for the most part, but yeah, I mean, just the whole second half. And oh my god, and Delap coming on and immediately getting a yellow card. It must have been a
Classic.
minute. I know it's just like I do appreciate that type of like I like a striker who can wind up people, you know, reminiscent of Diego Costa or something, But like he he didn't immediately get a yellow card after coming on the pitch. He like warms up to it, It was like, and like it's just like, dude, you're like you're blowing your load really early on. Like if you want to wind up these guys, like you need to work your way up to the yellow. Okay, let's calm down.
That's why they call
And
him DeFap. He blows his load.
yeah, nope, he's no endurance. And Gittins, when Matty Cash was on a yellow, we really should have went after him. And yeah, and Gittins was pretty mid when he came on. He's reverting to the mean now, unfortunately, and
The meme.
the meme. Yes, he's referring to the meme, and it's just not looking good. And we just need Palmer to freaking do something. I think against Bournemouth, because they have been sort of bad, and we're at home. Like I think we will win, but I mean the last game against Bournemouth, I thought there were going to be a ton of goals, ended 0-0. So that might be the same sort of story. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this could be like the get back game for Chelsea, like how Wolves was for Liverpool this weekend, where they're like, "Oh, we needed this. This is such a good bounce back." Like they just let in 4 goals. They have some injuries. Yeah, Semenyo's on his way out. I feel like this could be a good time to load up on the Chelsea assets. Oh, Willie Caballero coached the team? That's sick. I just noticed that.
Well, yeah, Maresca was suspended.
Yeah, he's
I don't know how
suspended
much.
3 games.
I honestly don't know how much that played a factor in this. Just because after like the halftime, I do trust Maresca with making necessary halftime tweaks.
Yeah,
and I don't know if his suspension. I don't know how much it hinders coaches really. On one hand, I think it shouldn't, because you just like walkie-talkie down and you're just like tell the players this, But
he's doing the Luis Enrique. He likes the vantage point better when he's up there.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember when Luis Enrique was like, I might manage from the like technical box up in the stands because I like how I see the pitch more. Some weird. I feel like he's just kind of a contrarian, but It is what it is. It is crazy though that this. I guess it is classic Villa, but they were out XG'd by pretty much 1, less total shots, and then of course they still win. Like they have some devil magic that's reminiscent of the Miami Heat. If you follow the NBA, for those that are listening, yeah, like they should not be winning all these games. And I'm sure if you look at a lot of their underlying data, they are like not even a good team, but they're third place and they haven't lost a game since early November. So they haven't not won a game since.
They've been on a win streak.
They're on a crazy streak. Yeah.
Like
they haven't not won a game since
overperforming.
Early November. Yeah. That was a loss, but crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they don't even really have good FPL assets, which is the weirdest part about it. Like, they don't really get clean sheets. I think Rodgers is good, but who knows?
Yeah. I just, it's still hard to make out what is happening with this freaking team. It's just, I mean, they could just, it would be sick if they win the league. And then all the XG merchants can sit down, like, because well, I mean, the thing is, they're not even like really passing the eye test either. It's just like they look garbage, but then they'll fraud a goal, and then I think in the second half, they definitely had better spells of possession against Chelsea. But that's because our heads went down mostly. Like after we conceded, I think we just like lost confidence more than anything, and like Villa are just like get ball in net and like
I
don't know.
I do feel like Villa, they were not this good last year, but they did have like a similar Mickey Mouse run last year. And then they ended up on like that crazy skid, and they missed out on the Europa League, and then they had to settle for the Conference League. I feel like that could happen again this year. Like, just they have to regress to the mean at some point, because I just don't like, it's not actually sustainable unless you're right, and like the data merchants are just gonna get fucked. But I don't think that is actually possible. So. Yeah, we'll see though. It's going to be interesting.
XG believer over here.
Yeah. I mean, I think over time it has to come true to a degree, but who knows? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, Sunderland versus Leeds, somewhat of a mid-off, but Calvert-Lewin, I do think it's hard to ignore him at this point. He's a pretty good FPL asset. I think he's still less than 6 mil. So if you want to bring him in, more power to you.
I don't my free hit.
Bad. Yeah, honestly, I mean, against Liverpool, that's not a great defense. So I think he might bag a brace. Who knows?
The former Everton vibes will be strong with him. Yeah.
But yeah, they have Liverpool, United, Newcastle away, so that ideal. Derby, that he should score there. No. Well, I mean, the fixtures are pretty good. I just closed the tab by accident, but that's okay because I think we're getting off anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We will probably not be back in between this game week and the weekend. But we will post our teams, and we'll post. Maybe I think we mentioned this last time. There was like a quick turnaround, but this time we should really do it. We should do like YouTube short team explainers. I'll look into figuring out how to do that on Friday, or maybe Thursday or Friday. But yeah, thank you for listening. This has been Utter Bloke Nonsense. Check us out anywhere where you find your podcasts, except I guess not Apple Podcasts. But thank you for listening, and Daichi, play us out.
Title fight? Get in there! Get in there! You beauty! Come on, you! Love that from you. I didn't say it. No headlines. I did not say we're in a title fight. The media said that we were in a title fight.